Okay, schreiben wir nicht so an. Perfekt. So, machen wir das weg. Was geht ab? Was geht ab? Legen wir das am besten da oben hin. Boah, war lange nicht mehr live. Also echt jetzt lange. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich dieses Jahr überhaupt einmal live war. Anyways, wir sind endlich da wieder. Ich habe sogar ein paar Games, die ich gerne spielen würde, weil ich daraus gerne das als wieder Upload nehmen würde. Das heißt eigentlich perfekt. Und es gibt auch ein paar Spiele, die ich gerne zu Ende spielen wollen würde. Darum passt das auch mega. Ich hoffe, alles funktioniert. Laut OBS bin ich auf jeden Fall live. Das sieht schon mal gut aus. Aber angeblich nur 720p. Und meine Cam ist so optimal. Ein bisschen kleiner. Ich muss ja nicht den Großteil des Bildschirms einnehmen. So wichtig bin ich jetzt auch nicht. Und ich hätte einfach gesagt, wir fangen direkt mit dem Game an. Welches ich hier wegmache. Und einfach hier starte. Und ich hoffe, das Spiel erlaubt mir jetzt auch mittendrin zu lieben mit einer Maus. Perfekt, genau das wollte ich haben. Spieleaufnahme. Oh, ich bin sehr klein. Wäre ich gerade ein bisschen zu klein vielleicht. Das Bild müssen wir noch anpassen, glaube ich. So. Und mich doch ein Stück größer machen. Ich guck erstmal. Holy shit. Holy FPS. Was? Wie wir sehen werden. Was? Okay. Wir müssen ja erstmal kurz in den Einstellungen gucken. Erstmal alles schon auf 60 packen, ungefähr. Yeah. Ja. So, das Spiel ein bisschen chillt, weil doch ein bisschen, alles ein bisschen leiser. Krass, wie laut diese eine Geräusch ist. Okay. Ich hätte gerne Sichtfeld. Ist mir okay. Kann man nirgendwo. Ich habe die FPS einstellen. Oh, ich habe 60 lockt. Okay, ja. Fair enough. Okay. Curious. Okay. Also, hier gibt es eine Spoilerwarnung in dem Game, wie ihr hier sehen könnt. Kann man sich gut durchlesen. Also alle, die das Spiel noch nicht kennen und irgendwann spielen wollen, The Forgotten City. Hier ist die Spoilerwarnung. Ich bin fett vor neu spielen, aber egal, ich klicke mal drauf. Das müsst ihr jetzt nicht sehen, glaube ich. Von daher, let's go. Dieses Spiel wurde am Hauptteam aus 3 Personen über 4 Jahre entwickelt. Die Unterstützung. Oh, dies ist ein Rätselabenteuer, das auf verschiedene Weisen enden kann. Dabei natürlich auch weil das Schicksal der Stadt liegt in deiner Hand. Okay.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Okay. Ein Typ bin ich. Oh, das. Geilo.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Down the river. Oh, what? Oh, auf der Flucht. Okay. Archäologe sollen hier aus dem Fluss. Oh, das.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago,
Why me?
and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Ja, ich würde aber erstmal ein paar Fragen stellen.
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Wer bist du? Ah, fragen wir mal.
There's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Hä? Ich würde ihn gerne wissen. Warum muss ich mir nicht sagen? Ja.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Hättest du mir nicht sagen sollen. Ja.
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there
Mach mal
anything
schön.
else you wanted to ask?
Bedanken. Wer ist Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did.
Ja, okay.
I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Wo sind wir?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber. Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al... What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al? Thank
mir
you.
aus.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you.
Also ich hätte Nein sagen können. Sehe ich es
hurry.
richtig?
Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Oha. Oh Gott. Oh Gott. Okay. Okay. Ich kann springen. Ist das Spiel zu laut? Okay, habe ein bisschen runtergedreht, das Spiel. Damit noch nicht. Muss kurz einmal so reden und gucken. Okay, ich bin auf Gelb. Okay. Man sieht Sachen. Dinge. Okay, ich scheine unendlich lange sprinten zu können. Okay, nice.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city, hidden deep underground.
What? Okay.
Its existence, is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise.
Oh.
Wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Alworth.
Aber wie hat er die Nachricht geschrieben, wenn er schon hier unten ist? Wie hing sie an der Tür? Schnell speichern und laden. Okay. Man kann schnell speichern und laden. Why? Das sieht auf jeden Fall krass aus. Okay, das ist größer hier, als ich dachte. Ich scheine um Hilfe zu bitten, die nie kam. Oh Gott, oh Gott, wir laufen schnell weiter. Wir laufen ganz schnell weiter. Ist das Al?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
What the fuck, okay. Ich finde die Soundkulisse auch geil. Man hat überall Wasser, die Fackeln. Ja, bist du ein Römer auf den Knien? Also würde er den Knochen gerade anfehlen. Oh, what the fuck. Oh, und jetzt reisen wir in die Vergangenheit und sehen, wie die Menschen zu Gold wurden. Durch deine Waffen. Oh, guck mal, da oben ist ein Loch. Man sieht die...
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Ich bin geilo. Ich sag mal, dass ich aus der... Ich lüge.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you.
So das ist nice.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Gesetz?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Okay, klar.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
Ist die auch aus
Only
Gold?
23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since
Aha.
nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Die sind schon
Aren't
vergoldet.
you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon,
Wow.
it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, watching
Okay.
me, farm boy.
Danke.
Greetings, citizen. My
Sup?
name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me.
Das glaube ich nicht.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Eben geilo.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now,
Equitia?
you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
Die ist wunderschön.
Indeed. More
Also wirklich.
importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Nee.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Ich komme mir gerade an. Diese Fragen werden später verfügbar sein. Okay. Also ich muss jetzt herausfinden, wer... Warte mal.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Was? Das leuchtet mir ein. Ich bin nicht sicher, ob es eine gute Idee ist. Was legal ist, ist ja moralisch. Oh. Also entweder gehe ich jetzt gegen ihn oder ich gehe mal. Das. Ich stimme mir mal zu.
Things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Aber haben die dann nicht schon eine Sünde?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Ja.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see?
Ich habe aber schon gelogen. Moment mal, ich habe doch schon gelogen.
Of this city?
Das heißt, Lügen ist nicht schlimm.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of
Ich
it.
muss ihm die Wahrheit sagen.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Ich werde mein Bestes geben.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Oh, ich mag den. Warum könnten die das auch nicht selbst
I
nachgehen?
believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it will seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Okay. Ja.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Okay, er hat recht. Falls ich das tue, werde mir helfen, in meine eigene Zeit
If I
zurückzukehren.
understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Makes sense?
Ja, okay. Okay.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
Alter, what the fuck? Okay, in Ordnung, let's go.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Na gut.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay. Okay, ich mag ihn. Er ist cool. Ah, okay, ich habe Inventar. Und bei der Quest. Ist es immer noch laut? Okay, ja. Darf ich mich umgucken? Oh. Von 10 an ist möglich. Optimus Maximus euch schützen und leiten. Vielen Dank dafür, dass ihr mich Tochter gemacht habt. Und vielen Dank für eure entzückende Geburtstagsherr. Ich verspreche, dass ich mich mal tragen werde. Ich fühle mich so. Die verhältnissen Monate. Wenn ihr den Leuten so stark man zeigt. Okay. Hallo?
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
Ja.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Hey.
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate.
Oh.
But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Bezaubernd.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure
What?
I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Kann ich helfen?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy.
In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Warum? Ja.
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Aber ist das dann nicht quasi eine Lüge?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city. You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Sentilla. Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. Oh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Okay, den Bluff mochte sie nicht. Ha. Leben die? Nein. Kann ich den anklicken mit E? Nein. Komisch. Okay, das ist sehr...
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Sentilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
Huh. As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
Okay, zu dir komme ich noch. Ich will erstmal wissen, was im Apollo-Schrein abgeht. Hallo? Ich renn erstmal hier durch. Hallo?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good woman.
Was ist passiert?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her. Or how they managed to do it without breaking the Golden Rule.
Das wollte ich gerade sagen.
Or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Okay. Ah, da. Zangen und Scheren. Kräuter.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Kann ich umkippen? Nein. Verschlossen. Okay. Hier sind aber schon Leute vergoldet. Das... Aha. Okay, das ist seltsam.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Habe ich gestohlen? Ich muss ihm folgen. Oh, oh, ich glaube, ich habe... Oh, oh. Oh, alle goldenen Figuren gegen uns. Er ist die scheiß Leiche. Er ist diese verfickte Leiche gewesen. Halt dein Maul. Und so bin ich immer wieder im Loop. Ah, ich hab's bekommen. Ich hab's Hilfe am Harz. Ich wollte es mir nur angucken. Und jetzt habe ich es im Inventar. Ich bin geilo.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Ja,
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night?
okay, halt der Maul.
Sorry to have bothered.
Kein Problem, muss
Oh,
gehen.
and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Okay, danke.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, and if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the... But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Wichser.
All right, see you around.
See you around. Also, wie geht das? Okay, nice. Ich muss zu ihr. Ich muss ihr das geben. Mega.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me.
Yeah.
Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Yep.
A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Was ist eure Geschichte?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared.
Oh.
I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Okay.
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Hä?
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Oh,
Okay.
This shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Ah,
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. But she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
wer?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Ich werde sehen, was ich tun kann.
I suppose. I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Oh.
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. Sure. What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule. And
Genau.
so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Gladly. That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Julia's life.
Wie, that's a
Apollo
shame.
smiles upon you.
Gerne. Hallo.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest. As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Okay.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Oh.
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
Ich habe alle Zeit der Welt.
All right. I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years.
What?
But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
Was Schilling?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes, and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning. That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths.
Scheiße,
He
stimmt.
locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral. And made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock. I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
Aber sie ist auch gerade nicht unschuldig. Sie hat Selbstmord versucht. Aber ist es... Es muss ja eine...
Don't you think I know that? I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course. I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night.
Was?
He's in exactly the same position as I am.
Wer ist Ulpius?
Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together.
Wait, what?
He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him. I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
What?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yes. Okay, da oben. Wie...
Arve.
Oh. Wer bist du? Du grüßt mich mal wieder. Oh, hallo.
A new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Oh, sie ist sehr leise.
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Ja. Was beide schlecht, ich hab's ehrlich.
A hurry, you say? Well, in that case, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change. You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here? Karen, you say?
Ja.
And nothing about that name seemed odd to you. Older. I see. I wonder.
Was ist an Karen falsch?
No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always
Geflickt.
Always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply
Ich find's geil, wie das Spiel aber das Reden für mich übernimmt. Ich muss gar nichts machen.
The weight of the golden rule was too much for her, but there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw. and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
Klar.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns. I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
Aber
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us.
ja, genau.
I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long. I suppose so. Jupiter and Mercury put a town to the test by disguising themselves as vagrants and asking for shelter there. Everyone turned them away and failed that test, except for an old couple named Baucis and Philemon, and so the gods gave them time to escape and granted them a wish, and then wiped that town off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
Oder vielleicht liegt es daran, dass die Götter euch jeden Moment töten können, weil ihr ihren Test nicht bestanden habt. Wir müssen nicht einmal sagen, wie die Regeln lauten.
A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
Wie läuft die Wahl?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger.
Malleolus, da ist
Why
er.
do you ask?
Wer darf
All
wählen?
of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
Darf ich abstimmen?
Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no,
Yet.
I'm afraid not.
Also ich
But
könnte
if it's any
Citizen werden
consolation,
vielleicht.
There are other ways to influence the
Aha.
outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed. You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk. But I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason.
Nee.
As you wish.
Ich weiß nicht wieso.
Certainly. And did you notice
Kann ich das schon machen?
a pattern? Oh, well,
Stark.
that keep Livia's fate
So.
weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others
Okay.
first. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of us.
I like you. Oh Gott.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about Centilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any of them, I'm afraid.
Sneaken uns an.
But we do have a newcomer. Strangely dressed fella. Funny accent, too.
A traveler from a faraway land, then?
Seems that way.
Then let's make sure he feels welcome, shall we?
Of course, priestess.
Okay. Ich kann hier hoch, wie ich sehe. Gaum. Gegenstand zurücklassen. Okay, ich will das nicht klauen. Ich will das nur angucken. Weiß ich selber nicht. Oh. Örtliche Gemeinschaftstoiletten. Okay, die sind alle gleich, diese Schwämme. Okay. Egal, lass mal kurz da oben fokussieren. Oh Gott, gibt so viel. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich irgendwie... Oh, hier ist ein Krieger. Ein Fremdling. Münzbeutel, nee, will ich nicht nehmen. Ein Springboden, das Wasser. Weißt du das?
Name's Rufus, but the watcher stick. Can't talk long, but to stay sharp, but families from Solution and Tipis.
Kann ich so lange reden?
I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The sixth
Eisenpanzer nennt. Ich skippe mal ein bisschen, ne?
Same way as everyone else.
Das heißt?
Because we're all in grave danger. Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm.
Oh.
Stupid. If you were dealing with what I am. Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you? Gah. Look, I haven't been at my best.
Oh.
I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me. And there's the statues.
Schreien.
You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do.
Okay. Du hast also... Der steht da oben, steht da noch einer. Sucht einen Bogen. Ich schließe mich ein. Versucht mich nicht mehr zu folgen. Daraus kann nichts Gutes entstehen. Okay. Ich muss einen Bogen finden. Warte. Bevor ich das mache, muss ich erstmal gucken, dass der da nicht runterspringt. Oh fuck, ich will mich eigentlich umgucken, aber ich weiß nicht, ob das...
Salve, friend.
Hello.
I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? All right.
Okay.
Well, it was lovely to meet you.
I'm so sorry.
I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months.
Oh,
and if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No.
Nein, lass dich bewegen.
Wolf-Pierce, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together,
Oh nein.
Please just think this through.
Aber wenn er...
If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates.
Aber sie ist doch auch gestorben, Freund.
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Wolf-Pierce. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Yes.
If you're trying to make it easier for me to build up the nerve, it's working. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Bullshit! Ich hab genau die zwei...
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Fuck.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule.
Ey, Als ob du jetzt auch da kommst. Oder
Whichever
siehst.
god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
Fuck.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Springen? Oh mein Gott, da ist ein Loch. Folge ihm. Bett.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored. And now...
Ich Monster, ja, bla bla. Aha.
Under my leadership, you will.
Ist das der...
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100
Oha.
feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me? I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
Okay, wie wollt ihr das tun?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule.
What?
It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real? Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Ich hätte denselben Tag, das wird er nicht glauben. Was nötig ist, weil das in Bücher und Notizen offensichtlich weisen kann. Ja, das ist Fuck, das alles, das
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish. Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down. What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? Of course not. But as I always say, if Sentius can't protect his daughter, how can we trust him to protect this city?
Das ist bad.
Look, if you're trying to find her, you may wish to check the cisterns beneath this villa. Domitius says he saw a body there some weeks back. Of course, just to be clear, I take no responsibility for what happens to you down there. I trust you can see yourself out through the door this time.
Er ist hier runtergesprungen, aber es gibt keinen Körper. Außer der da unten, aber das ist schon länger her. Komisch. Okay, das ist jetzt mein Item. Sehr gut. Ich komme jetzt hier immer rein. Hallo, du.
What now? The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Ich komm daher, Bro.
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Gladiator.
You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners. When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Okay.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem. Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius...
Okay, das ist dasselbe, ja.
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me, and they keep coming back, if you know what I mean. You don't know Sturkus. Whatever.
Okay. Brawn, kein Brain. Alles klar. Okay, wir wissen ein paar Sachen mehr. Okay, was das hier wohl ist. Ach, das ist die Priesterin hier, ne? Ja, hier ist die Priesterin. Das ist wohl scheinbar ihre Hut. Tintenfass, das bringt mir nichts. Ich habe eher gehofft, dass wir sowas wie eine Art... Okay, Notiz hier finden, aber hier gibt es scheinbar nichts. Okay. Ah, das ärgert mich, das da oben. Das ärgert mich. Okay, die Tür ist verschlossen. Ach, hier ist Rufius. Okay. Da war ich, da war ich. Hier war ich nicht.
Greetings and salutations.
Hallo.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another, and I must say, my sir, leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Is this a riddle, or perhaps you mean to say you feel like you are ahead of your time? I feel the same way. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the... You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Ja.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my... I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better.
Ah, na gut.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creep. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor. Anything you... Shh! Not so loud! Have you not been told about the last attempt?
Der letzte Versuch?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls... Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, and scaling the chasm wall is out of the question. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, The shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders.
Natürlich.
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that... So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not leave.
Okay.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dread. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus. First of all, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. Regrettably, I think you are, for even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will, sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
Ja, das stimmt.
It is not all bad, my friend. But on a lighter note, for all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent...
Fair enough.
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for...
Warum?
I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Aha.
Nothing comes to my... I hope...
Okay, die schüchtern die ein. Das ist unfair. Es gibt eine Sneak Mechanic. Das hier ist. Hab ich schon mit dir geredet?
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic, and see, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing, all the way down to the river. I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure. But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's where the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest. No, too heavy. The cart or the girl. So I did what anyone would have done.
Oh, das will ich nicht gewählt, oder?
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, wouldn't... Thank you, friend. But it turns out, it might... Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome.
Das ist natürlich ein Paradies, ne?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but some people here are a little It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple... I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you... Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet. Thank you, friend. Very well. Another
Nein,
time.
nein, 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 nein. Warte, das ist.
Ah. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Not going to happen. Very well. No.
Einkaufsliste. Und sobald er entkommen ist, Dinge, die ich kaufen muss, Villa auf dem Event im Rom. Streitwagen sitzt im Senat, viel schon jetzt Villa im Bucht von Neapel. 12 Sklavinnen, blass und mollig. Okay, der ist widerlich. I need your help, sagt sie. I need your help, sagt die Stimme mir. Warte mal, da hinten war ich noch nicht.
Salve.
Hallo, Virgil. Hast du etwas? Hier ist eine Nachricht. Ein Sünder ist. Oha. Bitte sag mir, ich darf das ihm sagen.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment. Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life.
Oh.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grand. Help out with repairs and try to stop old. But you probably don't want to hear about the... You mean the Great Temple? Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever, unfortunately, someone else went, you see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears, and of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. So we're all left wondering, which god, unless somebody figures out a way inside. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the Great Temple. Some of it and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake. And hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just...
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines, they're constructed hundred, but there's one thing that puzzles me.
Griechisch.
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans who first, or it could mean that there were Greeks living who really built this place. If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here. Of course. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. There are much worse places to live out your days. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too... Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect they weren't nearly as tolerant as the...
Okay.
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god. But I'm not so sure. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you.
Exakt.
But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or, and I'm pretty sure, I know the difference. Fair enough. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Ah, okay.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomago, I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the... So I hid who I was for... What was it? But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living, needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the my openness didn't go down well. Nice of you to say, but in any case, the Romans are far more accepting, or at least I thought... it's not just graffiti. The strange thing is, I keep my personal... I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of the... Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin. If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the go. What?
Yeah.
Really? I'm glad you arrived when you did. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen some. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a bit... My vote isn't for... Nice.
Das alles...
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a... You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. Thank you. I have to hide.
Geht nicht dort hinein.
What? Why? All right, fine. Come of... Fabulous.
Okay. Ich habe auf die Flüsterstimme gehört und es war scheinbar richtig. Von hier? What?
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Ich sage, nein, ich kenne keinen.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Wir sind nur eine kleine Gemeinschaft von Fremden, die zufällig hier gelandet sind. Zufällig hier gelandet sind, das würde er mir nicht glauben. Warum nehmt ihr diesen Bogen nicht runter und kommt rein, um ich könnte das sagen, aber er wird dann sagen, okay, du willst nicht... Ich will seine Guard lowern, weißt du? Fuck. Fuck.
A small community. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult. You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret? So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to help you, but in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one," I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe? You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
Oh, wird halt null glauben.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me. Yes, yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't.
Ich habe zu wenig Optionen.
However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it. Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Oh.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Oh, fuck. Wenn ich ihm das sage, dann geht ihn umbringen. Oder er tötet mich.
Ah, suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it? Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Oh, fuck. Was tue ich gegen den? Der darf da eigentlich nicht ankommen. Wie geht der eigentlich? Voll weird. Ich hätte ihn vielleicht da reinlocken können. Oder? Ich will wissen, was passiert. Aber er hat eine Waffe. Er sieht durch ihre Augen. Kann ich reinzoomen? Nein. Bringt nichts. Geht die Sonne unter? Ich habe das Gefühl, die Sonne bewegt sich. Auch in-game.
What now?
I'm here for Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Then go through you, I shall.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh. Alter, der ist richtig schnell. Sentius ist richtig schnell. Ah, Mist. Danke, Bro. Okay. Wir haben vieles erfahren. Das ist ein Spiel, wo man sehr viel reden muss. Ich merke schon. Sehr, sehr viel sogar. Aber ich glaube, wir machen lege ich es mal ab hier weiter. Das war ein bisschen zu lang. Das war sehr lang.